Hello, my pretties. It's the Lion Queen here. Welcome to episode 237 of Shadows and Pretties. Today, I am going to be reviewing the second movie to Grownups called Grownups 2. Now, we reviewed the first Grownups movie that came out in 2010, which was last episode. So this episode, we're going to review Grownups 2, which is a sequel that came out in 2013. This one stars Adam Sandler, Kevin James, David Spade, Chris Rock, and so many other actors that were in this one. The main ones, from Adam Sandler and a couple others that were in the first movie, they have came back to do the sequel, Grownups 2. So this is honestly a pretty funny sequel. It's a pretty good one in my eyes, in honest opinion. I found it to be a really good movie, even though it was a pretty interesting concept for this movie, and it takes place 3 years after the events of the first film. So I am going to go ahead and say right now that I'm glad that they brought back, a bunch of actors from the first movie, which was really awesome because, however much you guys know me, I love Adam Sandler movies. They're always amazing. They're always going to be good. They're never going to, make me not feel unfazed about it because I've always loved watching, Adam Sandler's movies, and this is definitely one of them. So, I guess with that being the case and with that being said, I'm going to sit here and I guess we should get started. So, yeah, let me get started with, reviewing the movie, especially for those who haven't seen the movie in a really long time and all. So I think we should go ahead and get started. So this takes place in 2013, which takes place also known as 3 years after the events of the first film, where Lenny Feder relocated his family to a hometown in Stanton, where his friends Eric Lamonskoff, Kurt McKenzie, and Marcus Higgins live. Lenny wakes up to find a deer in his bedroom, which wakes havoc throughout the house, until he uses his daughter Becky to stuff the animal to lure outside. Lenny dismisses his wife, Roxanne, suggested that they have another child. Eric worries that his wife Sally is encouraging their children's self-confidence above all else. Kurt then gives his wife, Diane, a gift for their anniversary, to which she has forgotten. And Marcus prepares to spend summer with Braden, a son from a past lane, but it is imitated by the tall, tattooed teenager who deeply resents him. Roxanne, Sally, and Deanne are dismayed to learn that the attractive new yoga teacher, Kyle, is gay. Lenny commands his children's school bus from Nick, the unstable driver, and takes everyone on their last day of school. He picks up Kurt and Eric and visits a Kmart, where they are joined by Marcus, who has later sent Braden to school. Kurt eventually persuades Lenny to throw a party for the first day of summer, and the friends discussed Lenny's childhood bully, Tommy Calavon. The police officers Fluzzo and Dante escorted him to Becky's ballet recital at McDonald Elementary, where Lenny runs into Tommy, who openly threatens him. So after the school ends, Kurt's daughter Charlotte agrees to go on a date, while Lenny's younger son Keith struggles with his own bully Duffy. And Charlotte and Keith's older brothers Andre and Greg accompany Braden to an abandoned quarry, where they end up join a college party. After humiliating their old rival Dickie at the ice cream house, Lenny, Eric, Kurt, and Marcus visit the same quarry where they swam in during their youth, only to be confronted by a hostile college fraternity led by Milo and Andy, who forced them to jump in the water naked. So after finding their fraternity house vandalized, the frat boys blame Lenny and his friends and swear revenge. So later, the friends take Marcus's van, vandalizing Braden to Eric's auto body shop, and Marcus inadvertently rolls through the giant runaway construction tire. Lenny then learns that Keith is a gifted football kicker, but accidentally breaks his son's leg, and Eric eventually apologizes to Sally for avoiding her time to spend with his mother and endures a sexual charged car wash with the male cheerleaders. So Lenny then becomes suspicious of Kyle's relationship with Roxanne, who is angered by her employees Penny's lifelong obsession with Lenny. Marcus bonds with Braden. However, Charlotte goes on a date with Andre, passes his driver's test, only overseen by Wiley. And Greg succeeds on asking out Nancy, a girl that he's been having a crush on. However, Roxanne tells Lenny that she is pregnant, and most of the town arrives for the Fedders in the 1980s themed party. Lenny realizes that Roxanne is not having an affair with Kyle, who has repaired Becky's stuffed animal, and challenges Tommy to a fight, but Tommy takes a dive to allow Lenny to save the face front of his bullied son. So soon after, the fraternity crashes the party, looking for the culprit of the frat house and vandalism, to which Braden admits his role. When he frantically remembers to insult the townsfolk, a massive brawl breaks out between them, and the partygoers eventually defeat the fraternity, with Andy getting attacked by the deer thanks to the tactic Becky used with her stuffed animal. So afterwards, friends Nick and Dickie enjoy a meal at the Lamonskoff's house, reminiscing about their childhood together. Eric's mother reassures Lenny about his new baby and reveals that Eric was accidentally conceived in the man's bathroom at a New England Patriots game, and Lenny returns home to Roxanne and they reconcile, looking forward to growing their family, and thus how the movie ends. It was a pretty good story for this movie, even though the filming of Grownups 2 began in Swampscott and Marblehead, Massachusetts in the USA, even though the filming of it did end on July 15th of 2012. However, the film was released a year after that, which of course, in the first sequel that Adam Sandler starred in, it also played the role of many other people, although it's a pretty good movie for what this is. I mean, I found this one to be a really, really good sequel. I thought it was pretty funny for what this one really was. Now, however, I did get, rumors that a Grownups 3 may be in the works, although I don't really know if Grownups 3 is ever going to be a thing or not. But I did hear rumors about people talking about saying they're going to make a Grownups 3. But I mean, it's been about 10 years since the second Grownups movie was released, pretty much. Well, it'll be 10 years by the summer this year. But I really have to say, Grownups 1 was pretty funny, and Grownups 2 was absolutely hilarious. I thought Grownups 2 was really funny. I mean, it's got really good funny moments. It's got good jokes. Acting is pretty much gold. Whenever I see Adam Sandler in the movies, I say that it's golden, because Adam Sandler does a lot of it. And I know Kevin James is in this one too, as well as David Spade and Chris Rock. It's a pretty awesome movie. I honestly thought the first Grownups movie was good, like I said earlier, but Grownups 2, flat out amazing. Although there are rumors talking about that there will be a third movie, but I really don't know if the third movie will exist. But who knows? Maybe the third movie could exist, I don't know. Maybe this year or next year. It's hard to say. Maybe the third movie may exist at some point. But we've been waiting for a long time, and, well, Grownups 3 hasn't been released yet to the public. So I'm obviously just wondering myself, will Grownups 3 be a thing? Well, it's hard to say, because we don't really know. But that honestly makes me curious as to, will Grownups 3 come out or something? In my opinion, Grownups 2, a really good sequel to the first one. I thought it was funny. I mean, yeah, some of the jokes in there were a little, gross out humor. Like, I remember there was when the deer was in the house, and I think he takes a piss or something. I can't honestly remember, but I mean, some of the humor was a little bit obscured, but it was still a really funny movie regardless. It was still a really funny movie, and I thought it was a good sequel to the first Grown-Ups film. So anyways, with that being said, and that being the case, This is just simply my own opinion. And if you happen to disagree with me, that's fine too. Because if you like the movie, that's cool. If you don't like the movie, that's perfectly fine too. Because I understand that not everybody likes the same stuff I'm into. But it's all that matters. I respect your opinion. Now, I guess that I've been going on for this for a while. I do recommend watching the sequel to Grownups. If you like the first Grownups movie, then I recommend you watch Grownups 2. It's a pretty funny movie, and I honestly found it to be a really amazing, well-made sequel. So, anyways, with that being the case and that being said, what do you guys think of this movie to Grownups? What did you think of the sequel, which is Grownups 2? Did you enjoy the movie? Did you not? Did you think it was okay? Leave me what your thoughts are on this movie down in the comments below, because I personally would like to hear what you guys all think. And as always, I'm the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to leave this video a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. And as always, I'll be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out. Like always, I'll see you all next time.